there's a general principle in law called reasonableness of judicial decisions. Reasonableness of judicial decisions, because judicial decisions are meant for human beings to understand, appreciate, and implement. And that is why, in the minds of the framers of the current constitution, we have separation of institutional roles, and that's why judges enjoy security of tenure. That being the case, I want you to, I've gone through this particular ruling, and there's something that really I'm not in a position actually to understand. The decision alludes to reciprocal arrangement between Kenya and Haiti. When you define reciprocal arrangement against the constitutional provision, and I will read this, and I want you to understand, because this is something very important. Article 238. Get Article 238. And you align it with that particular decision, and you realize where the mistake is, outright actually mistake on that particular ruling which cannot be implemented. Principles of national security, Article 238. National security is the protection against, you read all this, external threats to Kenya territorial integrity and sovereignty. That is one. Number two, it says national security of Kenya shall be promoted and guaranteed in accordance with the following principles. You go that. That is what establishes the national security. Go to 239.
National security organs.
National security organs. That's why you will find that particular ruling is completely out of order. The national security organs, it says, one is Kenya Defense Forces. Number two, National Intelligence Service. Number three, National Police Service. Go ahead. The primary object of national security organs and security system is to promote and guarantee national security in accordance with the principles mentioned in Article 238. Then you continue. Then go to establishment of National Security Council again, Article 240.
Yes.
Sorry, Article 240. They established National Security Council. And this particular ruling says National Security Council, I'm coming back to this, says National Security Council lacks the authority to send police officers. It's one of the rulings, It's one of the components actually of the ruling outside this country. And you compare with this. National Security Council, Article 240, they established a National Security Council.
Tell me, Honorable Keynan, the same question I asked Honorable Koe.
I'm coming to this. I'm building a case. I want to just
I just want you to expedite it, because the question is, what provision of whatever you're reading gives the National Security Council the power to deploy the national police?
I'm coming to that. You see, I've taken you through 238, 239, and 240. 240 establishes now the National Security Council, and that is the import. To comprise of the President, Deputy President, the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Defense, the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Foreign Affairs, the Attorney General, the Kenya Defense Forces, the Director General of National Intelligence, and the Inspector General of Kenya Police Service. Now it says, the council shall exercise of its powers control the national security organs. Then it says integrate this, and then assess this. The council shall, look at the last part. The council may, 7, the council shall report annually to the parliament on the state of security.
Let me help.
Just 1 minute.
Sorry,
8, I'm coming to that particular point so that you see it.
Let's get to it quickly.
8 says the council may, it's not even mandatory, may with the approval of Parliament deploy national forces outside Kenya.
National forces.
And what constitutes the national forces?
I am coming. No, we'll explain that.
Please, let's not reduce this into a shout. The national forces have already been contemplated under Article 239 is Kenya Defense Forces, the Intelligence Service.
Those are organs.
No, organs. I want you to listen. We have an interpretational problem. Maybe unless I don't understand.
Let me help.
Don't.
Yes,
with the approval of, may be deployed with the approval of Parliament. There is, this organ made a decision. I want to understand this.
I'm hearing you, and I'm helping you here.
No, don't help me on this. I want you to understand what I want to say. I don't need any help. Leave me alone to explain this. I understand this.
Is it to interpret?
Luckily, I introduced
forces is the same as national security.
It depends on that. In my understanding and what has been contemplated under this, it is the same. And I want to understand. I want you to look at reciprocal arrangement. Why I have a problem with both the letter and the spirit of that particular ruling, and why it will not stand the test of time, and I can bet it will be thrown out. It doesn't make any sense at all. Reciprocal arrangement, meaning somebody discussed and doubt on the existence and the mandate of the security organs, the approval of Parliament, and all the other stages that this thing has gone through. And therefore, when you say, and rubbish is actually the provisions of 238, 239, and 240, both in the involvement of the national security organs, the powers of the national security organs, and the approval of Parliament. Yes, the judge has every right to make that decision. That is why I want to invoke this provision of reasonableness of judicial decisions. So that being the case, I want to conclude by saying this. That being the case, the judge has every right to make that decision. We respect it. But I have a fundamental problem with understanding the provision, the law that they applied in declaring this, and it's not tenable, it's not sustainable. Meaning it rubbishes.
Let me help. Let me help you.
Just a minute.
I just need to help you.
I don't help me.
This time I'm not fighting you. I'm helping you. I'm guiding you.
Okay, Uncle, listen to this.
The most important thing that my uncle should do.
I thought I still had. No.